Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tyranny. So yeah, at the end of the last video, may have cheated a bit, just so I could get myself better equipped for what's coming ahead. Cause yeah, I mean, it's a nice maze, isn't it? And the armor helps too. Thing that bothers me though about, well, like, say this and Pillars of Eternity, is Gale Sally doesn't really matter that much. Like, you would think Gale would matter more, but it's just the difference in quality between, like, say, common and fine up to superior isn't really that great, that much. Like, it's a noticeable difference in, like, say, +1 armor, +2 armor. But in the long run, a lot of it basically comes down to your, well, in this case, skills and talents. Mostly talents. Because, like, say, in Pillars of Eternity, at best you were going to get things up to I was going to say superior, but this goes up to who is it? So it's like it skips one, doesn't it? What would be in the Pillars? Was it exceptional, fine, common, fine, exceptional, superior? Basically the one before it, superior. That's basically as high as you're going to get things usually in Pillars, because superior Gale, you only really could make like one or two things. And that's it. You could add modifiers though, like I forget what the modifiers were. Basically sort of like these, but more like plus damage or stuff. Which helps, but yeah. It also depended on how much quality that you could actually put on the weapon. I think you had a specific amount of numbers that you could put on a thing. But we'll get into that once we get into Pillars of Eternity. But as for now, I need to look into things. Due to the frequency of raids, all the bridges and ramps and Lieutenant's Crossing can be raised to provide safe places for settlers to hide. Well, first I'll be taking those. I need those. So many places to go, so many people to talk to. Hey, it's a bronze axe. Exactly, I figured it was the same. But now they're just giving fine equipment. So you have a name, and all you have to say is good day to you. Okay. But you have a name. I was expecting more, you know? What do we have? Sunrise District. Doesn't specify. John? It's good. Let's go to this house. Maybe we can loot it. Maybe it's important. Named NPCs. Hi. Some answers in whatever you said. If you want to talk to someone, talk to my browser. Okay. Green's Fatebinder. Okay, well I'm just gonna loot your shit and be on my way. Alright, by the way, it's been a while.
What is it you need? No, we're working with the disfavored. You want my advice? My advice would be to get close to Graven Ash and plunge a poisoned shiv in his ear. Well, if you're working with Graven Ash, not saying it's a quick plan, but I think...
So,
My Lord Binder, what can I do for you?
I guess nothing to really talk about.
One moment, my friend. Just let me finish this thought.
It's a bit bothersome when we have named NPCs and they have nothing to talk about. Named NPCs. Because my RPG logic tells me I need to go talk to named NPCs because they're important. More important than Treasure Runner or Iron Walker, Stone Shields, Settlers. See, settlers make sense for them to have, you know, generic dialogue. Named NPCs, though. So, during clear mornings, the western waterfall reflects the rising sun in a beautiful display of color. How nice. So, I'm guessing well, I want to go to Inspired, don't I?
You see what I see?
I didn't think about sneaking around the town. But at least we have enough detection going on. There's a cat. We cannot pet the cat, sadly. We can continue with our looting of things, though. Like here's a scroll and alchemy supplies. They're probably useful. Hi. Well, there you go. So... no real specifications. The forge. So what's in this house? See, these ones don't even have names. There it ain't. 12 pillars have been damaged years ago, but was never properly repaired. Oh, well, it's a danger zone. I wouldn't recommend going inside. It's also illegal to go inside if you... So there's a great bow. A superior great bow. So now the game's just giving me superior shit. But, okay. I mean, I'll take it. Oh, there's an oversettler now. Oh yeah, this game doesn't really have actual cities, like, say... Well, Pillars had, shit, what was the city even called? One big city. Pillars of Eternity, Pillars 2 had numerous small cities and stuff. But the big city would be the Bastard City, but the problem about it is you only can go to one place in it. Which isn't really ideal. Also, yeah, clock, you say? I'm not really feeling clock, to be honest, because lever's just better. The only thing clock has going for it is recovery time, and yeah, it's like that much recovery, 0.2 seconds. It's not really helping that much, to be honest. So anyway, it's downhill. I don't think we can take more. Yeah, I figured we couldn't take. Can't take more camping supplies. That's problem though is that right there is gonna bother the shit out of me because I can't loot it. And yeah, its icon's gotta be blue. Just gonna be like, hey, I should loot that. Oh wait, I blew at that. Water, raw meat. I should remember to use those things more often, but let's face it, I'm never going to remember to do that. It's just not gonna happen. Because focusing on attacking and using my spells and all that, like, I rarely remember to use items. Like, it's just how it is. Like, pretty much every RPG I've done, I haven't really used scrolls or potions or any of that. I use potions when I need to heal, but not like for attacks or anything like that, because, like, who knows? I might need them for later. And then the fight's over, it's like, oh, I could use a potion, but fight's over, so. Bright-faced woman greets you as you approach. Welcome to Left's Crossing, I wonder. My name is Phaedra. This might be your wife, Daniel. What brings you to town? So here's the thing. I was the governor of this place. Does no one remember? Will you tell me where Left's Crossing? I've heard most of my life, but honestly, I'm not sure there's much to say. We're a center for trading and a waypoint for travelers. The walls are a little scary, but you get used to them in no time. How about you, Dale? So I say, towns are right, but living in a somewhat occupying force makes it hard to truly relax. You haven't always lived here? Several years before Kara's invasion, I moved away from Left's Crossing. Being the granddaughter of Lefthin came with a responsibility I was ready for. But I met Tanya in the Pastor City and decided to stay for a while. We live in the Pastor City when we heard about Kara's forces moving to the tier, so we took. That was our motivation to move. Then we got out there just at the right time. We have a couple of caravans, but nothing really seemed like home until I returned to Left's Crossing. Don't realize how much you can miss a place till you've been away for a while. If you live anywhere as long as this one is with me. It's true that the trade hasn't been as vibrant here recently, but I'm sure it's simply a temporary setback. The merchants will sing and dance for you, trying to convince you their suppliers are unaffected, but everyone is feeling it. I think the world will set itself right soon enough. People call me a fool, but I don't see the benefit in bemoaning your fate. Take what life hands you and make it work. So, you're Left's granddaughter? One of many I suspect, if I'm not one anyone knows about. And before you ask, no, Adrian is not my father. Maybe you haven't heard, but my grandmother was the settling down type. How do you feel about the disfavored? Don't have any issues with them. The curfew might be a bit strict, and it gets hard to keep track of every rule they invent and all the regulations they're enacting. Otherwise, they've left us alone to live our lives. I think it's better than having the Brotherhood. You have 100 votes for every Brotherhood member driven from this town. Anytime. Anything else, just let me know. Well, how about you? Oh, you don't even have anything to really say. Okay. Sure, why not? We finally find NPCs to talk to, and they're just like, hey, we don't even know who you are. I was the governor. Apparently no one remembers the fact we were the governor. Such is our fate. Ah, yes, the Forge Bound. Forgebound. Family of the Forgebound are their own faction. Which means we don't have any rep with them. Yet. Sponson and the theories at least tries an end, but we know we should approach and stop some better ways to it, staring at you in cold, dead resentment. If it isn't the Fatebinder, just an adjudicator and harbinger of my slow and undesirable death. I chose to enslave this Forgebound as punishment for leaving the Mage Guild and taking his secrets of iron forging into the ranks of the Scar Chorus. Yeah, I did that. Forgebound much over his responsible to extort you. Fatebinder. Moved Sentinel and managed to satisfy ground. And thank you enough for assisting our production of weapons and armor by supplying us with such reliable labor. And Professor Swanson gives a hearty slap on the back. There's you see with a stranger in. But Swanson Hill, we would have stayed behind schedule. Major favor. Doesn't really like me, but major favor. Forgemaster gets back to work, and Swanson begins his shamble back to them before noticing you haven't left yet. Duh, you a Forgebound. Are we stupid or something? My choice in understanding is about day taking. Talking about ore deposits. Ore deposits. Where are your tattoos? Don't you earn them based on your time spent in the forge, but since I'm considered a trader, forfeit my chances of being a master. Now if they ambitious to make weapons I'm not allowed to use. What? That was odd, though? Okay, anyway. Why do you want to join the Scar Course in the first place? The curiosity in my life is charming. I join it for the same reason anyone does. You opt to quickly finish once Kairos conquers the land. I mean, that is fair. Welcome friend, much cries out to you as belching on his rings. Waves his arms about a dramatic presentation of his wares. For bringing you room to my humble trading post. Or certain something in mind or just browsing. Well, let's see what you has. Now to feel bad about spending things, right? Well, that's a really nice javelin. Lantry, isn't that a really nice javelin? Indeed, that is a really nice javelin. Like that iron great axe. See, yeah, we do at least almost one more DPS with this weapon. Forge-bound apprentice armor, heavy iron. I was gonna say that would actually not even that expensive. Fire arcane armor. And it's better than what I have. Gives more recovery, but yeah. Shame I have this armor. Like, I like this armor, it's just... What if I do that? That's going to add even more recovery, but yeah. It's not like I really need anyone in heavy bronze armor anyway. Like, yeah. Of course, yes. I don't know what that is, but I want it. Parrying, yay. Yeah, because things are actually a bit better because they're iron instead of bronze. Because bronze isn't exactly as great as iron. Iron, though, is more recovery. Problem though is he doesn't have boots. The Iron Gauntlets had that armor thing. No boots, though. Anyway, I think we should probably get rid of some of this other stuff. Like, I don't need that. Don't really need that. Keeping that. Assassin's Raiment I sort of want to keep, but... Eh. Stone Shield Helm, don't need that. Don't need that. The bow. Bow would be good for verse, but I don't really use verse for range, so... I'll hold on to it for now. Not gonna take those. I'll keep the meat. I can get rid of the gems, right? Right, I can get rid of gems. Gems aren't used. Keep that. Keep that. Keep that. Get rid of that. That. Red River's minor powering, yeah, get rid of it. I guess that's good enough. And like, I want to get Lantry some better weapons, but I can upgrade this Krill eventually. And you, yeah, I need to get you a better stick. Don't I? Yeah. You're fine. Yeah, see what I did though, fine. Yeah. Well, that's one-handed, a forge-bound hammer. Would technically be more damage. That's a bit more covering. Okay, here's the thing. How about a shield? Can I get better shield anyway? Shields would actually be beneficial for, well, Lantry. Actually, because I could give him another. We could give him a shield. Give him a shield and a javelin. It would be good. It would cut down his DPS a bit, but he's my support user. Giving him more defense would be beneficial. It's like the reason why we have clerics in plate mail. Because it makes them slower to cast, but they can survive. And if the cleric can survive and keep people healed, that's good. It's like, why would you put your hero in plate mail? That doesn't seem like a good idea. Because it keeps them safe. Master casting, master tempering. So, hi. A woman stands up right from her porch and turns to look at you. A light fire playing across her face, make her eyes dance dangerously. A toothy smile breaks across her mouth. The only bright spots are on her suit-stained face. She kills your left hand or your right? She rubs blackened palms together. I ain't especially know when I can't tell at a glance, but you are a little harder to read. I don't actually know, because I'm left-handed, but sure, left. Noted, she grips her belt. And since sit rather than the picks, arms, and wires that dangle from various hurts, I'm Lohar, Master Temporary, and Forge Master of the Legends Crossing. My tacit see the hours left in the day, but there was no harm in pausing my work. I mean, speak of the Honorable Fate Binder. I'd like to talk to you about Barrack. What about? I hope you would examine them. The advocate now issued in judgment against precisely that action. He sent the decision by bird to each of the guild workshops. Yeah, I said to lurk him over, not to free him, but to lurk him over. Let me just state this in no uncertain terms. When the Forge Bounds War allegiance to done in that Archon, we do not easily forget that oath, nor do we wish to circumvent it, or fashion is not limited to a craft. Loyalty to an oath. Look, it's like this. Fate bond you in case you had forgotten. I don't suppose you know any scoutsmen who lack your ironclad sense of loyalty. Grinding his teeth. Yes, means you've been accomplished to your crime. Maybe an adventurer could help you. Boomer has it there's a mage smith for some manor in the Stone Sea. Alright, she should have been killed. So I assume that she's worked out a deal with that glowing green bastard around. Can I provide you with a name, but you might ask around Halfgate if you have the misfortune to be in the area. Appreciate. For all time concerned, this conversation never happened. Well, hey, it helps. You returned. There's always more demand for iron than there is time of day. So I don't really know if I care with my right hand or left hand. The gauntlet is the hardest piece of the panoply and the most rewarding to work. So many scales, so many different sizes. Then there's the rivets. Imagine you see a lot of battle in your line of work. One gauntlet is if I were going to wear out before the other. My mind is always thinking which will need repairs first. It's simple as that. Tell me about Leftman's Crossing. I don't see much of it, only this. She points to the roof and walls of the forge. Leffy and her merchant crew settled this area a while back. The brave heroes built bridges over the old walls, made themselves a crossroads trading posts. Real pioneers built stuff. Whole place might have been ignored by Kyrus' forces, except someone discovered that there was iron everywhere. Can't rush your clothes in the river without them coming out rust-tinged. So the iron made Lifton's Crossing important enough for Kyrus to want for himself. Now it's himself instead of herself. Forge bound. Essentially, my gifts the union of magical and manual perfection, while others concern themselves with arcane for the sake of inordinate power. We search to overcome the gesture and limits of our arts and crafts. Forges are dominant concentration state, but not all forge bound work matter. Some are weavers, carpenters, one of our other members fancies himself as chef. The Forge Chef. The wise man Kyrus has been kind to Akira. He offered to put our weapons and armor in the hands of those who would change the world. Many has been true to his word. Forge-bound iron has trampled the tears, and all their opposed Kyrus forces rest their heads on forge-bound spells. What can you tell me about the Forge-bound master? That is the best thing I have had the pleasure of working under. She guides the forge-bound with a steady yet stern hand, coaching all work, except the utmost glory and perilous in every regard. I am at her second, which is why I'm the forge master for Leftman's Crossing. He points at you, Dennis. He's my second. If anything happened to me, I haven't worked with him long enough, so I don't know much about him for the true long-lasting quality work, but he was appointed by his editor, so he must be good at what he does. You might be something magical? No. Almost everyone asks for of arcane power must grow into themselves. They can never be made from nothing. What I can do is use my magic to swing my hammer with perfect precision, or work a cantrip to handle molten metal with my bare hands. We can build artifacts of exceeding quality and refinement, but they must be used in great deeds to grow into relics of power. Sort of like what our gauntlet is, and how we have to actually use it, I guess. That is why we seek to put the words of our forges into the hands of the greats. True legends require the alliance of sword makers and the sword master. The dialogue. I just want to buy shit, actually. Fine, why do that? Why walk if you can pay porters to kill you? We have ways to protect ourselves from those who abuse us, but we say the arcane art for purposes of building, not destroying. We leave that to others. They can take the effort to use them to sow chaos if they choose. I would rotate chaos and force order on it. I was irritated to imagine how you make things. I was born which was bind the crafter tools and materials into one entity? Close enough. My own with the forge mind draws the whole of my senses to the edge of the blade I'm tempering. I can see the tiniest notch or touch my fingers of the blade and feel the razor sharpness without breaking my skin. That's perfect execution of art has its cost, of course. Once hard lines become linked to a flaming hammer or a dropped hammer could lead to a stopped heart. Most of my members die in the throes of the work, killed by a distraction and simple error. We lose a lot of apprentices. So, tell me about the disfavored. Favored have treated us as honorable guests. We are given privacy, autonomy, food, and protection. In return, we give them the best iron and materials, and they put to use. Favorable arrangement. I don't know if I read too much into the kindness. We are war resources this time because we feed their insatiable need for quality iron. Can you make something for me? Can? Oh, certainly will. Well, Kyra's been accused for a reason. Every iron walker and every scarcore's ringleader sending me bribes and flattery in hopes that I'll work our schedule and make them some spatial this or one of a kind that. Malfu says to speak, but she falls silent. Folding her arms. And then realized to crush herself. That's my apologies. And again, I'm reasonable demands every day, but it's not the volume, it's the purpose. Dewey sent the cars demands that reduce our work-to-meal quotas. You're allowed to customize work for every soldier. Our apprentices have anything to learn from making the same size helmet again and again. I forgot I asked. Very well. You look wary. Static. Which is the forest links is hard to hammer. My blood beats on when I strike my Indian. My forge runs too hard as my breath becomes too hurried. The bond is both fatigue and simmering. Can't that kill you? I should hope so. Rather than being defiled and killed by brigands, poisoned by Greydon, slain by Charber, would not a soldier wish to die in battle? How you soldier craft? Well, that practice. But yes, I'm interesting the sensitivity of the materials and the body to the tools. My hand becomes a joint. The hammer, the true end of my arm. Uh-huh. Well, there we go. Well, should we level it up, apparently? Oh, so I should probably learn that. Oop. So now I could do volcanic something. Yeah. Just anyway, so yeah. It's a volcanic weapon. Actions that use fire, brimstone to cause material force spells to damage foes online. Material force spells. So not that. Do I even have anything that would work in that form? So not that. Well, firstly let's go here for the fire. I was gonna say, I don't think I have anything that goes in situ proximate action. Oh, right. Auras. Yeah, I don't think I have really anything that benefits from that. So, anyway, what do I want? Is there a high resolve from all that shit? Because my resolve's actually Naturally 12, isn't it? Still. So I could increase it to 13. Or I could just do this. Boop. Yes. Okay. So here's the thing. Magic, for example. Magic. I need to get down to like that. None of these things really benefit me. Don't use magic stabs, so yeah. I mean, I could use that, but leadership. Yeah, that's a ways down, though. Meh. Oh well. Oh well. Ugh. So anyway, what else we have here? You. Is something you want? Is that a problem? Yes, but these are forge bound matters. Nothing that concerns the High Court of Tanya, I can show you. What do you do here in the forge? I keep things running. Upkeep mostly. I'm also second in command of Loreheart, so in case anything ever happens to her, in case anything ever happens to her, I'm here to take charge. Shouldn't that be a 2, though? Some originally made for the forge bound is still warm to the touch. Stuff. Forge bound apprentices. These worn ironworms look as they've been recently repaired and are being ready to be shipped back out. I'm just gonna steal your stuff now. I'm sorry, you just have a superior forge-bound hammer right here. Yes? Plans Headhunter. These plans detail how to forge the mythical blade known as Headhunter. This item can be crafted with access to a Spire Forge upgrade and proper materials. Yes, I will take that. Headhunter can be crafted with access to a Spire Forge upgrade and proper materials. Okay. Oh, it's on fire too. But does it do fire damage? Doesn't look like it should do fire damage. But still, yeah, it's better than that. There's a bit of accuracy. Well, a lot of accuracy, actually. And it's slower. Yeah. Oh, jeez, look how slow I am now. 6.3 seconds, and I cast spells. Oh, so look at my armor now. That's great. I'm going full-on barbarian here. I need a better helm. I need better boots. Jesus. I mean, yeah, he didn't have boots, did he? Right. That's 0.3 seconds, jeez. Oh yeah, I got rid of most of your armor, didn't I? I was gonna say, why are you so... You have a exquisite hat. That's giving you better recovery, probably. Because it's cloth. But yeah. We should give him a shield. Should get him a shield. That's what I'm thinking, anyway. Anyway. So hey, we can make a weapon if I actually head out to that forge that I'm still wanting access to. But as far as I know, I can't get access to it yet. Let's see, we have merchants. We have people who can teach us shit. Oh yeah, they had nice stuff at the merchants. I couldn't afford any of it. Ooh, a smith who regularly produces weapons. Sure. Add to the thing. I also want the other merchant, but yeah. Just want to have a look. Yeah, I have a shield. Like, seriously. Does not have a shield. I think that would be a thing. Oh well, what else you have here? Ooh, we found cheese. Lovely. We found random sellers. They found stuff. Stuff of rogues. Plus subterfuge. Yeah, sure. There's our true leader. I was your leader at one point. Well, I was governor, never mind. The battle was wars as long as it's come away, revealing the old walls behind it. There's fire. I'll think about going inside later.
I am out of practice, but I'll try.
Barrack, why are you lockpicking things? Anyway, heavy armor bronze superior. It's not bad. Problem, like, here's the thing. Since it's bronze, though, it's not as good as our iron. Still, it's not bad. Like I could give it to one of you, but the recovery. I'd just get that. Well, she needs light armor because of reasons. Lantry could technically use it, but yeah, I should probably give my casters not heavy armor. Minus the fact I'm wearing heavy armor. There's honestly not really too much going on this level. So let's go back down to the actual base level. So we know those. Well, there's quite a few people we haven't talked to. But I need to go see the merchants again. Hi, merchants. Hi, merchants. Who has a shield? That helms. Yeah. I'm wearing a helmet that's made out of iron and they were giving me bronze things. It makes sense. Yes. And I got rid of... I don't have enough money for Lantern to really have a shield now, do I? In hindsight. But I don't think any of you really had a shield, did you? You had that stuff, which... don't really need. You had... nice javelins. Which, you know... Lantern could really use a nice javelin. Like, yeah, it would be nice, but expensive. But do any of you even have a shield? Like, seriously. Steph Enigma. Light leather gauntlets. You know, that would actually be good for you. Very good for you. How would actually be better than that for Lantry. Apparently there's that 30. Can I hit 30? Well, here's the thing. If I sell the bow, maybe. So I could sell that. The Raven. Ah, if I sell the Raven Patrol. Which I don't really need subterfuge that much. No, I'm going to need subterfuge, ain't I? Because subterfuge gives me more sneaky sneak. Which is useful for opening locks and shit, so yeah. You know what? Fuck it, sell the bow. Probably just sell that too, but... Okay, that lets us get that anyway. Lantry. So what does that do? Ranged accuracy. Yeah, that's better. Better for you. Because I mean, it would be good for Lantry just so he has all this exquisite skill. But the ranged accuracy is actually helping him more than say her. But yeah, so here's the thing. That subterfuge plus 10. None of us are really sneaky sneaks. That's actually, yeah. I'm not really supposed to be sneaky sneak. But it actually helps me more than it should. Well then here's the thing, you could get rid of how any of these. Rather quickness. I can resolve for that too, ain't I? Okay, so I just left it to go, didn't I? Duh. Anyway. So no one has a shield. Gotcha. Well, let's go into this place. Welcome to Leftfield's Mistress, my lord. Please come in and enjoy. What a pleasure it is to see you in my establishment, Fatebinder. It's always an honor to entertain some of your standing elephant's mistress. If you have need of entertainment or company for a short time, then we look forward to fulfilling those needs. How may I and my entertainers be of service to you? Well, tell me more about your establishment. Elephant's mistress is a safe place for people to come in and drink in secret. Entry phones is a given place for drinking and... well, I drink what she considers a word. Info is a given place for drinking and fornication were both common activities. Everyone needs a way to relax, and I provide one of them. What brought you to not one Elephant Smith, just of course. Well, Elephant went, so did I. She was very adventurous and not really the type to settle down. I may not have gotten all of her attention, but I did end up with a nice business and been very comfortable. If I had to show her various men and women around town, I was willing to be generous with her time. Okay. Food and drink. Planning to eat and drink your desires include those of a less carnal desire, or what he has. Food and drink. Go figure. You charge for taking the entertainment. Price for all my entertainments is 100 rings, which is 1 bronze, basically. If you would like to specifics, please talk to the one you'd like to hire, and they can tell you about themselves and what they're particularly good at. Which might be able to give you your rings work, I guarantee. Yeah, I'll come back to that. So basically, it cost one of those, which we can afford. It's just, who do we hire? Rami, because we have a Golem over here. Good evening, and welcome to Elephant's Mistress. My name is Golem, and it would do me no end of pleasure to serve you today. So how'd you end up here? There was not much to say. Now from the north was traveling with a performer troupe and would be sent by bandits near Lapin's Crossing. I was wounded and lost consciousness, and when I came to, Mr. Silver's knew some of my wounds. As the troop died in the fight, and I had nowhere to go. Offering resistance, he knew my performance skills would come in handy. It's the best job I've ever had. So what can you offer the hours cat? If you want the ground to move and feel the walls trembling down, I'm the man for you. I will give you the Earthshaker's delight. And trust me, you'll never want to hire another performer again. I see. How about you, Lord? Welcome to Elephant's Mistress. What can Lord do for you? Do you need company? Well, tell me about yourself. My life story? Sorry to say it's short and boring. I had a happy childhood, nothing bad ever happened. Grew up to be big and strong, and never had any health issues. Pushed me to serve about job because I like what and who I get to do here. Well, there you go. Walking off the lovers cat. Everything and more, but my spaceship is a Vendrian swell. Let your imagination run wild, and it's even better than that. Oh my. Timo. Good day to you, traveler. My name is Timo. All you need, companion. Tell me about yourself. Dips her head around and looks at you crying. Past no interest for me. She's coming in. I like to think about Hill. She points to a spot between her breast and slowly traces her finger down the front of her body. Now. What can you offer the lover's cat? To her smile winds the smile. She puts the hand mainly to her lips. These forward motioning with our hand for you to move her closer. From the oath breaker for you. She whispers the words. The heat of her breath rests in your ear. I can make a sage give her his books if I want. All these things seem suggestively bad, you know? The Vendrian swell. You mean like the Vendrian guards we've been murdering? The Oathbreaker. You mean like the Oathbreakers we've been murdering? The Earthshaker, sure, whatever. But anyway, Zadaka. Welcome to Lapion's Mistress, Fatebinder. My name is Zadaka. Are you here to teach me the ways of the world? Face brushes bright red. She turns her head, covering her mouth with her hand. Me? What do you want to know about me? I'm a simple girl. I know nothing of this world or my place in it. Are you here? Oh god, no. Not people like this. Are you here to show me my place? Are you here to teach me? Oh god, no. Leave. Why can't you offer the lovers can't? If you would spend time with me, I would play. Another stage in the burning library. She steps closer, brushing lightly against you. I'm lost in your fate, Binder. If I don't behave, I will be punished. Do I need to be punished? Oh no. Flee. Oh, this is gonna be awkward. How much do you charge if it's taking it? I could probably take all four. I could probably just take all four of them. Let's hire Timber though. Of course, that'll be 100 rings. Sure. Do yourself any point, I think you'd be quite satisfied with my beauties. And then it faded to black. That sound of pounding iron. That alone was almost worth it. You know what? Why not? That's great. That's a proper sound effect for such. I think that actually probably skipped a day or two. So anyway, now we go for more explorations. Alright. This is a junction point for 2 waterfalls that pour over the top of this house. I found a thing. Frozen burst. Critically hit. Would critically hit. So basically if I get hit, it would cast that. Cool. You know what that sounds good for? But I'd have to give up one of his things. Well, honestly, it sounds good. Yeah, he loses a bit of parry, which, you know, unfortunate. Which actually... I don't know, my resolve goes there. I'll keep that just cause, yeah. Cause actually the resolve probably helps him more. Well, mostly just defense and fletch duration. Endurance. Well, and magic defense. Basically it's just defense things though. So I just realized I'm a fighter and I don't have any points in any increased points in vitality, do I? Now that's a thing. Probably should have put points into that instead of going pale glass cannon or whatever I am. Because, yeah, it would actually benefit me more, because I'm going to be getting hit more, so having higher parrying would help, you know. But even governs parry. Wit. Oh, well, that's a thing. You slept before, so you gained Novice Sage in the Burning Library. So I gained a buff from that. That's great. Sure, why not? It helps me. Makes my match better. Well, that's useful. So the thing is, we've gone over practically everyone, I guess. The most important people would be over here and here. But so the efforts commonly used by merchants bringing the wares to Lifford's Crossing. But you're oh so relevant, aren't you? Siren the Sanctuary. Is she here, though? That's the question of the day. Oh, she is here. Hi. So what we have here, we have some water. Hi, Siren. Siren. Siren stands here surrounded by a group of villagers. She speaks to them in soft, elusive tones, holding them hypnotized with her hand motions. Her head just flashes as she speaks, and you are unable to tell if it's a trick of the light of the gem and it is actually glowing. She swept up in her ordination and seems completely unaware you've arrived. There was a lull in her conversation. She opens her eyes.
Well, look who's here. And what brings you to Lethian's Crossing? Can't imagine it's the scenery or the quaint locals. Have you come to spoil my fun?
Maybe.
Tunon probably insisted you find me, didn't he? Because we can't let Siren have any fun, can we? Let's control her. Let's tell her what she can and can't do. Let's use her to destroy nations.
As she speaks, the crowd around her appears agitated, and the air in the room grows heavy and warm. Suddenly she speaks.
But enough of that talk. What do you think of my followers?
Very nice as long as you don't let it get out of hand.
Oh, stop that, Fatebinder. It's not like I'm hurting anyone. Well, at least not yet.
Stop the motion manipulation, you come with me now. Enough of the sound, just join me. Some of your power needs help directing it.
Why on earth would you want that? I can't imagine you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart. Oh, Tunon must have had a hand in this. Or Nerat. Maybe I'd rather stay here where people won't insist on ordering me around all the time. Although, you did activate one of the spires, so your power is something I could learn from, and
That's not it.
you are right. I'm certainly not going to make any significant advances staying here with a bunch of nobodies worshipping me.
Read that wrong? Anyway.
Watching you in action could give me the edge I need to unlock a spire of my own.
Well, isn't
Fine.
she ambitious?
I will allow you the glorious gift of my presence in your party. Well then, let's go. If you're gonna teach me the wonders of the world, it's not gonna happen here.
I forgot how to open the party manager outside of this. She's already level 9 though. Jeez, she's out-leveled me.
Be seeing you, Fatebinder.
I'll bring you back shortly. I just need to see if she's worth my time. And talk to her, just dialogue. Oh god, the dialogue. So yeah, here's the thing. Her Songbird's Birdo cannot be removed. Compound's locking magic connection with the rest of the tornado him piece of fashion. Walker's sword raises a voice that is him with the brow a flash of crimson light. As if in warning, no matter how much you puzzle it out, you can't fathom how the skills of Sambro fasten in the first place, much less how to remove it. Can be improved with the Spire upgrade forge. So yeah, it's not that great right now. Can't be removed though. So she's wearing cloth, she has a stick. Yeah, she's just well grabbing cloth right now. So she would take a bit of work to get equipped, or I'd have to go from one of them. But I'm curious what she actually has going for her. Well, she has songs. She's our bard. So, the song obviously describes how Kairos has it. Also, how many skills? Well, she has not bad amount of spells. Not bad. Her lore leaves a bit to be desired, though. But anyway. So we have war and peace. She always has a point of war, doesn't she? Yeah. Then releases a quick sonic blast that deals crush damage to enemies. Most of the party she's always staying in the direction though helpful effects. Ooh, dodge and parry. So damage prevention field around herself. Fractures the armor of her foes. Steroids to vocal progression, increasing the speed of her songs, causing her to move through each stanza more quickly. Breath. More breath. Attacks are interrupted. Confused. Not prone and dazed. Terrified. Basically damaging things. Here's the finish of the party's armor. Here's an experience gained from magic and subterfuge. Oh, to go spell slots. Oh, no, I know you gotta go that way then. So she already has those, actually. She just starts with the songs. So she has Bringer of Death, a song ominously describing the power card's will to virtue of life, reaping those that stand against it. Powerful badge and those challenge forces seems to score cards to inspire the victory. So, Valiant Defiance, boost morale, horrifying visions. I don't even know what half these songs do. We're not wearing heavy arms, so I'm immune to engagement. Huh. So she seems more defensive. You. Thing is, I'd have to actually equip her, and I'm not sure how I feel about her, really. Let's see what we have for. Get up to at least 10. Resolve would be 14 up to 15. Vitality up. And then I'm not sure what to do with you. And maybe some quickness. skill, yeah, not that great. Arts and performance. Turns the character's ability to perform powerful songs and infuse magic into the music. Because that's her thing. Like, she has... things. Oh god, I forget how to use her properly. Where's the thing for her AI? No, that's colors. Hey. I should set something for Ebb, shouldn't I? So default, whatever. War Mage. Ebb fights offensively to works with doing damage to low health targets with Great Strike and Spirit Shot. I don't think I have Spirit Shot. Resolve Return to Source. I don't think we have that. Manipulator. I don't think she has though, so... yeah, War Mage, sure. Party support. What you has? Peace Singer. Both supporting the party with her areas. War Singer. Thing is, I'd probably set her that way, so yeah. Anyway, she has 56 lore, so I can't really even equip her with half the spells we have because it's 60. 56. Yeah, that's unfortunate for her. No, that bothers me is I can't really change my party from here, can I? World map. Like, I'd have to go back, all the way back to the tower just to change such. I think. Anyway, let's talk to her though.
Good day, Fatebinder.
She nods to you.
What do you need?
Well, we don't have the loyalty yet. So anyway, let's go to the dialogue, because you know how much I love dialogue. Like, I can see a use for her, it's just... I would rather have... I think my main party is probably going to be Barrack, Lantry, and Ebb, just because... it works. Boat tanks, Ebb does magic, and Lantry does support magic. Ebb does combat magic, Lantry does support magic. I do slow magic. And let's learn more about you. Tell me about your homeland. I must say, it's a pleasant memory hardly worth recalling. I was born in a northern farming village without a name. That's how the way we were. A bunch of families ended up settling near each other, and that was my village. I was about 20 miles from Shara's Rest, and you probably haven't heard of that either. We're farmers, poor and isolated. And for my homeward path is worth dwelling on. Fatebinder, I barely remember my father. My mother is dead, and the only thing people ever wanted from me was my song. It was powerful. Bring the song forward, we need a blessing. Our crops are wavering, why is that bitch done? Your past is worth driving on. Looks to me like you remember something. As far as when anger about that fears you and what you could do, stoned your mother to death or she seared her body sticks in you. Where am I worried family? With that puppy you taken from home when you're still a child, you can't miss a childhood you never got. What do you want to know? You were taken from your family? Technically, by the time it was taken, there was no family left to be taken from, but Kairos forces had gotten rid of my town since I was buried. He was taking on the world and helping local farmers. So, what do you think? They're dead. My father might not care about me about us, but my mother would never let anyone take me while she lived. Without anyone to protect me, I was whisked off to Kairos court. Power is just worthless, hopeless, devoid of human emotion. Sometimes I feel like we were complete opposites. He seemed incapable of feeling anything, and I seemed to be nothing but raw emotion. Throughout that stuff that my father stole to Kairos and was responsible for my mother's death, someone had to egg the crowd on, and someone had to tell Kairos men where I was. Not that matters, he's dead and I'm better off without. What do you remember? She's dead and I have much to remember. She loved me, that much I know. Sometimes I wonder if what she felt was love or fear. Fear for me or of me. Sometimes I don't think there was a difference between the two. Mother loved me when no one else did. When no one else could. The world wanted nothing but my voice, and my mother all wanted was my happiness. She was the only person in my life that did. Well, tell me about jeez, game. No, I can't. I want you to talk about. Jeez, game. Very major fail. Like, I don't know why I prefer. But, jeez, game, we're not. No, I will never ask you to tell me that story. Let's just drop that. That's like, tell me about your mother's death. Like, no, game. Just for more time, I was kidnapped. I didn't hear anything about him for the long time, so I assumed he had disappeared without I never to see him again. So I brought word that he'd been found. He killed himself, and now he's out of my life. Some of all you had a lot to say. That's a crazy session. Is there more? You're relentless. Do you ever think that there are some things I want to keep to myself? But yes, right. There's more to the story. Well, he'd been found. I had him summoned to Kairos court. I wanted to see the man who condemned me to the life I was leading. When I arrived, I wanted to see him privately. I wasn't sure what I would feel. Anger? Hatred? Just felt apathy. For the first time in my life, I felt nothing. Standing there staring at the man who ruined my life, waiting. But you noticed me. My heart was dull and in disinterest. Then he looked up and smiled. He smiled when he saw me. I can't believe that. He smiled and opened his arms to hug me, and it felt like someone reached into my chest and squeezed my heart, sending hate flowing through my veins. So I sang him a song. I told him how tired he looked, how haggard he seemed. I spoke with the weariness he must feel, the guilt that surely played to him every day. I asked him how he withstood the weight of his betrayal. The burden must be too much to bear. Watched the tears roll down his cheeks as he pulled the dagger from his belt, the sobs that tore from as he held it before him. Thinking about his wife and child, the look of ecstatic relief on his face as he dragged the blade across his neck. This got dark. Siren, you made everything dark. Jeez. Okay, maybe I don't like you like I thought I did. Loyalty. That's what I tell myself. For the most part, I believe it. I can't help but wonder what terrible things he did in the 5 years after he vanished. Why might I ever prevent if he had only been around to heal me the morning my mother died? Do you have any siblings? No, I was close to a boy in my village for a time, but his mother stopped letting me play with him. I never realized what my powers were. It's the closest thing I ever had to a living sibling. A living sibling? My brother died very young. I never knew him, so I hardly count him as a sibling. Life in the middle of nowhere is difficult for a single child to survive, let alone more. It's a testament to the parents. She left for a time, her lips a thin line, her eyes grow red, tears from her lids. Finally, she not slowly embraced her silence. Remember Mom talking about me getting a little brother? It wasn't long after I started singing and my power started growing. She told me soon that it would be too hard for her to travel with me. Sounds sweet, she said. I have to go with your daddy. It wouldn't be good for the baby if I kept traveling like that. Now if your brother's out here with us, we can all travel together. Didn't like traveling with your father? No, all we wanted was the money. When we were on the road, he completely ignored me. I was simply something to earn rings with, a tool. Farmers in my village used their rakes and wagons. My father used my voice. I wanted the songster to sing for them, and they paid us so much money. So we went, but I didn't want to go without my mother. She was the only real comfort I had when I was with her. I felt safe, nothing could hurt me. There was a trip going, but I knew she wouldn't be going. I couldn't bear the thought of all those days in the care of my father. So I sent to my paper and I told him we were all waiting for him. Told him we needed to be a family. So we could travel. I told him he should come out. Oh, God. I need a drink. Siren is just fucking dark as shit. Like, holy shit. Just talking to her is making me feel ugh. Don't know if I meant for it to happen by saying the words, so no one can resist my voice. My screams cut the song short, and the blood it was everywhere. I was dragged from the room, but I don't remember who took me. I remember staring at my foot the rest of the afternoon. Pattern silted to my shoe with a splatter across the tops of my toes. Couldn't bring myself to clean it off. I just looked at. How long had your mother been pregnant? Not long enough for my brother to survive. Maybe could have. I don't know. Part of it is when I told him he had to come out, I didn't mean I wanted him out a lot. Oh, fuck. I don't think he would have survived even if it was time for my mother to give birth. People came and went all day. There was a lot of crying, and nobody looked at me the same way after that. My mother told me, things like this happen all the time. No, they don't. Even at 5, I knew what I had done, and part of me was happy. Oh, Jesus, you are messed up, girl. Well, my mother back and I got her. She still loved me. She died protecting me. But I terrified her. Don't open my mouth, I could see her flinch. And after my brother died, she was never around when I sang. She couldn't bear to watch me. Let's talk about something else. Jesus. I don't think I fully exhausted this. Never mind. I guess that's all that was. So how long have you been practicing magic? I have no memory of being without the powers. It's been my driving force, and I am who I am because of it. Every defining moment of my life is because of my voice and the power behind it. I've become what it made me, and it's what I have done with it. So what about your time with the voice in Neurat? What do you want to know? How did you meet Neurat? I met when I was unceremoniously dumped on its doorstep by Kairos. I felt toward it since the moment I saw it was sheer hatred. When a person tires me, they just hand me over to another. I seem to be quite the handful. No one's truly prepared to deal with me, I suppose. I was in possession for 3 years, stuck doing what I wanted until you came along and started messing around with Kairos' plan. What did Kairos give you, Neurat? The mistake of trying my song on Kairos, and forgiveness isn't exactly in the Overlord's vocabulary. Interesting enough, I think it almost worked. Can you imagine how differently things would turn out if I had a little more practice? I was brought out at one of the many lavish gatherings during the palace. Kairos started showing me off, impressing the gathered elite. I performed, I sang, I danced, I convinced people to join in. The minute of all I had I did to work one more performance in the show, something that would be the ultimate end of the evening. I had a counterpoint to my song and tried to hit Kairos. And I mentioned that it might be an Owen's best move. Kairos ended up impaled on a sword. Honestly, didn't think it would work, but why not try, right? Once for Kairos unsheathing one of the royal guards swords, but then everything stopped. I don't know why. If it was probably me, I got too excited and lost my control. Whatever the reason, Kairos is setting out of my control and let out a terrible shout. Everyone stared, frozen by the yell echoing back at us. Kairos quickly recovered and gave the appearance of cheering us on. But I was convinced I was about to die. Interestingly, my execution never came. Whereas I could have been punished at the part because Kairos would have to admit I had exerted my will onto the Overlord. For a good reason to call for my death, I couldn't have been executed afterward. I was a songbird, nothing but spirit Kairos' will and give over the armies. Would you execute your best and most loved recruiting tool? The Kairos worked with Neurat and they gave me this helmet to bring me back in line. Then I was handed over to Neurat. That monster, because there was the one thing in the world I cannot control. Present company excluded, Fatebinder. Yeah, just think about that. If your songs are that powerful that you can influence basically trying to think how to describe Kairos. Kairos isn't exactly the god of this realm, but up there. The most powerful being on the face of this planet, basically. And yet, she was able to affect him / her with her song. That's pretty impressive. Why can't you control her around? Inside its mind, time after time, I've never been able to get a handle on what's going on in there. So I talk to it feels like a different person's talking to me, and every one of them wants something different. And one in particular wants something it's never ever going to get. I need another drink. Obsidian, do I really have to? Do I have to ask this question? I don't want to ask this question, Obsidian. Wait a minute, what does the rat want from you that he's never going to get? Come on. Faithful, you can't be that naive. I'm still a child. I know about adult urgings. That's why my old teacher so clumsily put it. She's just a teenager. Damn it, Obsidian. Somewhere inside the chaotic mind, I saw the most depraved and disturbed desires I had the misfortune of feeling. What not says to you, do not trust it. That will always end badly. So why has the right had you do for him? No. That isn't the question that goes right to the heart of the storm. I think you should ask me what it hasn't had me do, or at least try to make me do. Yeah, reminder. Tell me more about the headdress. The bane of my existence, something that's incredibly painful to talk about, so why not? What does it do? Makes me impotent. Do you have any idea what it's like to have a hurricane rage inside you? Fear the gale crashing against you to be released but only feel a gentle summer's breeze? Carson rat mage is for me. If I attempt to anything more powerful than a simple tune, it will kill me. Yeah, that's simply wonderful. Honestly, to be so terrified of a male child. Why do you have it? We went over that once. Yeah. So why can't you just take it off? Gee, Fate Binder. I never thought of that. Hell, you could unclasp it for me so I could get out of it. Because I would die if it isn't removed the proper way, you simpleton. Think I'd leave it on otherwise? But if you can't take it off, then why did you try to get me to remove it when we met? How could someone so powerful be so stupid? I knew you wouldn't be able to remove it. It's not what I was trying to do. You're a Fate Binder. You honestly think I was going to pass up the opportunity to try and control a Fate Binder? So you know you'll die if you remove the helmet? Because I don't know Ratchet characters would go through all the trouble just to play a trick on me. Something that's subtle, elaborate, and long-lasting isn't really their style, at least not in the rats. Plus, no one told me the helmet would kill me if I removed it. Or it might be a lying monster that loves telling the truth if the truth can cause a extra bit of pain. Have you tried removing it? I'm not going to risk my continued resistance on maybe. Plus, if I already tried, it would when they first put it on me, eh? It's one of the worst headaches I've ever had, so I'll leave it where it is for now. So what would it take to remove it? Someone being in information on Errata Kairos, they're the only ones who know how it's constructed and how it works. May ask people to remove it. If I know they won't be able to, that's not going to stop me from trying, though. Why not use magic to gag you? They tried magic, it didn't really work. The problem is spells can be broken, counter spells can be found, guards can be bribed, people can have accidents. Errata Kairos are the only ones who know how to remove this without killing me. The answer is that someone not insane. And Kairos currently not conveniently located heads. Well, there you go.
What do you need?
Oh, by the way, that was just knowing more about you. There's still all this. You have a way with word siren, or you instruction on how to speak with others. course, one of the only good things that came out of my time with Kairos is my education. Teachers insist I be trained on the proper way to speak with the royal court. I was frequently mistaken for someone older, so I think I got away with a lot more than I could have otherwise for all the failings they sure I was properly educated. Every class was learning how to talk to people into doing what you wanted without using magic. Can you believe that? Why would you risk it? Well, it's a fascinating subject. Class like that likely behooves you in any talents if you can manipulate so much as your words. Imagine the power of your compulsion when you add your signature to the suggestion. Do you think it was the class was created solely for my benefit? I mean, I don't put it past Kairos if it was. Want me to do? She leans closer in the softest of caresses. Oh god, her lips brush your ear. No, game, no. Stop that. Want me to teach you a trick or two? But she startled her. Force a low and buzzing hum before you can form an answer. Words or sounds instrument in human neo, a language not meant to be understood by any but the arc of a song beyond the breath. Discernment by inescapable comparing the binding, guaranteed painful and single. Left in euphoria fearing a mellow intone later. You blink and realize that the match spine ticking murmur in the air is once silent. Siren tries back with satisfied sigh beaming at you, and the perfect image of Sigil. The invocation of her name brands itself to the depths of your mind. How you learn the Sigil emotions. So what does the Sigil emotions do? Well, it's pink. The energy invoked by the Sigil of emotions, while fortifying and underlying the mental humors, creating passions in the target ranging from apathy to blind rage. So, Chorus uses it. So, what do we have? Well, we have Enraged Mind, which causes an ally to go batshit enraged. Yay. That's a thing. We have Taunting Jest, which taunts an enemy. Cool. Waves of Dispel. Move speed, fatigued and dazed. And Aura Fill. Overall, none of those are really that great, you know? None of them are really that great.
Good day, Fatebinder. It's always nice to see you.
GameStop.
What do you need?
Do you know any more about what's going on in the tiers? I know a good idea about what's going on, you know, considering on the root cause for at least half of it. So how long have you been here? Since the beginning of the occupation, Kairos wanted me out of sight, but still knew, so I was given to Durant. He used me to go far for the course. What do you think about Tanyan? Makes me uncomfortable, though. There's nothing behind that mask. It's dark and empty. What do you mean? It has a presence, and it's how my magic works. I reach into them and convince the presence to what do I want. He has no presence. When I reach into him, there's nothing. It was bleak. I don't want to feel that again. If there's someone's mind to control them, how did you influence entire armies to do what you want? I can't influence an army, but I can't persuade them to feel the way I want them to. If I want to get someone to do a specific thing, I have to get inside their head, and that requires a lot more effort. No one can keep me out, but if they're aware of what I'm doing, I can't force them to do anything. It's not with this thing on my head. I don't know how it works, it just does. You might as well ask me where lightning comes from. So, Kairos, what do you want to know? How did you come to work for Kairos? We've been over this. This first school I had a wonderful and a horrible time. I learned how to control and maximize power, but I underestimated my abilities, and I overestimated those. I think it was more the latter than the former. They unleashed my true power, and then they believe I won't try to run with it. They tried to train and mold me, and in that they succeed. They also tried to very much break me, and that they fared spectacularly. I was punished for it. They assumed my abilities were exaggerated. They were powerful mages who had spent years training in the art. How could a little girl ever hope to rival the powers? Retire their condescension. Hate them for treating me like a child. There was no discipline, no training. They had killed my mother and I would make them pay for it. When I got bored in class, the teacher droning voices put me to sleep in the afternoon heat, so I thought I'd have a lot of fun. He was distracted and he let his defenses down. He didn't consider me a threat. Go on. I started humming, nothing that would attract his attention, of course. A lullaby my mother was saying to me, Fing, thought to invade this man's mind with a song taught to me by the woman they destroyed. I could tell it had gotten inside him when he slowed down ever so slightly. I started singing wordlessly, standing, working hand motions that were completely unnecessary if I had been trained to be a performer. Then what to my words, the window, I sang to him. Look, what's at the window? Turned and chanced to stare outside. Open silence, he dreamed an answer to my question. What's out there? I asked him through my song. What could that be? So late at the floor had left himself alone and vulnerable, and this 8-year-old had dominated his mind. He walked to the window intently staring at something I couldn't see. It made him jump, didn't you? Of course, it didn't mean from no fall. He was looking at the window and reached up as if to touch whoever he was looking at, and before I could stop him, he was gone. Like I was trying to catch something as he fell from sight. So I'm sorry he died, or he was a horrible man, but I didn't mean to do it. However, hours later, the taste of power was intoxicating. I can't taste it again for a long time. How were you punished? I wanted to cut out my tongue. He found 8. I didn't blame them. That's what I would have done. Carver said no, doing possibly the one kind act she ever. And now it's back to she again. Without the power of speech, I was essentially useless. So they muzzled me. They knew simply holding my mouth shut wasn't going to be sufficient, so they got creative using stage magic. They put my voice in stasis when I wasn't in class. I could go through the motions of speech, but nothing came out. Oh, did they take the pleasure? During classes, they gave me chores. They berated me. They beat me. I was a slave. The only reason I lived for it was by Kairos' whim. I was tortured by everyone else's. There were at least 2 teachers in my classes after the incident. I was always accompanied by 2 guards, both of whom had been deafened, so I couldn't affect them. I accidentally killed one man, and they were acting like I destroyed a realm. Suppose that's what I thought I'd do next, and who knows, maybe that's what I'm about to do. So what was life like? And for several years I was surrounded by people who would smile to my face and sneer when I turned away. Supposed to be my mentors, my teachers, but all they did was resent me. They taught me to refine and control my voice. My power became directed more powerful, more subtle. I no longer need to say what I want people to do. I just think what I want, how I felt. And the weaker the mind, the faster they would respond, but still required me to sing, or at the very least make music with my voice. But I could say one thing, but mean something else entirely, and the magic worked. Everything was done for Kairos edification. They asked for signs of her power, and I was used to bring them about. People praised my name to the synth was allowed, both the focus of adoration ever truly pointed toward me was quickly stifled. Didn't see much of Kairos, but she was busy taking care of her affairs, but I was never allowed to forget by whose power I was allowed to exist. Spread around like the new Jordan since I had real power. It took a while for the luster to fade, but when I tarnished, I corroded through, and when I stopped being a pleasant distraction, I was passed off so much to be forgotten. How long did you work? 5 years. 2 years of dedicated training, 2 years of training interspersed with travel, performing miracles in the Kairos name, then yielding his, and then it's back to his. You caught Kairos both him and her. Did I? I'm clumsy me. Must have been a slip of the tongue. She smiles mischievously. Kairos a man or a woman? You really don't know, do you? That's fascinating. It seemed to Fatebind would have been given orange with him. It seemed like she let you perform actions in his. Okay, well that's just yeah. Kairos is wherever Kairos wants to be. Stop assuming genders, game. Well, the mystique isn't. If your enemies don't know anything about you, how can they probably plan to warrior Kairos let anything out that he didn't want the world to know? Tell me. No, I'll have to keep some secrets. That's going to be mine. It's good to have some power in this relation. It's not a relationship, damn it. Not going to matter once you defeat him anyway. She'll be gone. No. What do you think of Kairos? Honestly, I didn't really think of him at all at first. I wasn't getting daily reminders that he owned me and could have But I wasn't getting daily reminders that young man could have killed me at any time he wanted, however, completely forgetting he existed. Don't misunderstand me, it's despise him, it's because of him. And now it's back to him. I don't have a family, it's because of him my mother's dead. It's because of him I'm here instead of anywhere else, but as a child I was too busy to interact with him much. What can you tell me if it's car cars? Scar cars, stuff. Stuff. I thought my look at disgust kind of answered that question. Anyway, what do you think of the disfavored? We don't much about it, but I never got a chance to work with them, so I don't think I'll need much help on this topic. Well, no, what do you think of Graven Ash? He seems capable enough. He's organized and he seems to care about his man, contrary to practically everyone outside Matt Hill. Okay. Naturally, I've been used to inspire people, occasionally disfavored in those groups. So, what about the other groups of tails? Tell me of the Stone Stock tribe. Now, worth my attention, beast is beating game for making anything more than what it is. Oof. Up the local rebel groups. Vendry Guard. Were they even still pertinent after the events of Vendry well? You know, I sure gave her that voice. Like, are they even still pertinent after the events of Vendry well that no one would even want to talk about them anymore? I should have totally gave her that voice. Not just focus them, I sure was so intent doing that problem so they didn't even ask my help. I'm not the most helpful people, they seem like what they want's the best for Left's crossing. No, it isn't. Plus, it's a lot easier for me to group my own followers with them around. I have to worry about anyone being taken by the Scar Course or killed by the disfavored. Tell me about the Mage Guilds. Generally don't like throwing out upon mages. They're so demanding. Yes, they're very nice and mad. Had to cast a spell and it's just an odd charity and they're not going to hand over their secrets out of the goodness of their heart. I didn't even use my magic on him. Sages. Earthshakers. Forgebound.
What do you need?
Finally. What do you think of
Are we trading in gossip now, Fatebinder? Or are you collecting information to use against us? What do you want to know about?
Let's talk about Barrett.
The walking ring pile? Let's hope you never have to go anywhere unnoticed. There's nothing particularly wrong with him, I suppose, but he doesn't seem overly bright. I mean, what kind of idiot do you have to be if you can't even take off your armor? I'll admit he can handle himself in a fight, but he could use a little more up here. She's got some power in there, that's for sure. And as long as I'm crippled, I will, begrudgingly mind you, admit she could probably win if we were pitted against each other. Although I'm more than happy to give her a try. Are you game, Eb? Think you could take me out?
Her voice. I can't remember where I remembered from.
I'm sorry, sweetie, I'm confused. Are you offering me a duel or something a little more down and dirty?
I need a drink. She's a fucking teenager, Eb.
You know what I meant.
She puts a hand on her head as though to have chewing on the corners of her mouth.
Oh, don't worry, dear. You're far too young for me. I like someone with a little wear and tear on them. And not just up here.
She puts her hands on her head and winks again.
Though I suppose I should watch myself around her. You never know how people will react to a challenge.
It's just... I don't know. I don't know. It gives everyone these weird feelings. Anyway, let's talk about Landry.
I'm jealous of him. I've heard so much about the Vellum Citadel, and he actually got to see it before all the unpleasantness.
She tears off his outstretched face, her wiggling fingers mimicking tiny explosions.
The sheer amount of power lost that day is only dwarfed by the amount of power required to cause the destruction, and the power to stop it. The sages have my respect. And, by extension, Lantry.
That's probably one of the nicest things she's actually said.
Although, I'm not overly happy it was sage magic they used to bind my tongue when I was a child. I can hardly hold him responsible for that.
How kind of you, my lady. It's heartening to hear that someone of your immense station considers a lowly sage like me to be worthy of your attention.
Landry, stop sucking up to Alpha Archons.
Although not all sages are necessarily worthy of praise. Some are a little overly fond of excesses, of one kind or another.
And verse.
That bitch? I'd walk her off the spire if I knew I could get away with it. I don't know why you even waste your time with her.
Well, they got escalated.
She's rude, violent, base, impatient, and entirely pointless. You should keep much better company, Fatebinder. You asked me what I thought. I can't help it if the facts are painful to swallow.
Fair enough.
What do you need?
So today, cowards do major leagues can't stop themselves with armies from fighting like a bunch of children. Yet them seem capable of dealing with the rebels that are taking them down, which as far as I'm concerned is how it should be. The less the territory fetched by cowards, the better. If we could eliminate the armies entirely, I would consider that the true victory. Blame Elbow Edith. And then I say it would be a wild guess, that's why I'm with you. You seem to have a connection to the powerless land far beyond anything an Archon is capable of. Treat me on to learn ways and harness it. Suddenly I don't imagine you to a natural break in Egypt. It's my current state, maybe if I got this helmet off my head. Oof. I'd remove it if I could. Just because escape is spiritual doesn't mean that a person is going to give it a try. Just to ask. Well, you're an Archon, you must know something. You'd think that, wouldn't you? With all my training and education, covers up a very big void and all. Almost like it was intentional. I mean,
what do you need?
Fair. That is fair if you think about it. Anyway, here's the thing. She technically outlevels us, which is a thing. But I actually have to leave the town, go all the way back to my spire. Well, maybe I could claim this spire. I'll go back to my spire, why not? Means I'm wasting more time, but it's not like I have, you know, a looming edict over my head this time. So I can actually do this without, you know, the game being all pissy at me. Besides, I want to go back to my spire and maybe train. Maybe train. Well, I have 30, don't I? I could hire the other person. Yeah, sure, let's hire another person. Cause you know, maybe I can... maybe I have to cheat again and buy more shit. We'll see what they have. But every time I go back to the Spire, yay Spire. Cause I could finish exploring Hill, but... yeah. Ooh, secluded forge. Well, I did get told I should go though for that one thing. But anyway, let's go back to my spire. Yes, to my spire. About 2 days. We gonna be waylaid? We gonna be waylaid. You make out a few figures on the roadway, however. The glint of iron and bronze marks them as well armed and armored. Two features of broad shoulders of beastmen, horse, and lead a heavy laden cart. So now you realize they are the standard flown from the standard flown from the cart boasts the heraldry of turn, the educate, arcane of justice. They hail you as you approach. You recognize the woman who leads the procession as a minor functionary in turn and service by the name of Alma. Close by the red, black, and gold of the court, and she keeps her light brown hair in a carefully braided bun atop her head. Let's speak with him. Why not? Fate pointed balls. You got your ball. I'm dropping the arc and serves. The cart behind me is laden with supplies. All are reasonable price. Is there anything I can provide you? Oh. I don't really have the money, but I'll see what you have. I mean, hell, I don't really have money for this, but what do you have? What are you selling? So here's the thing. The only thing I could really think of that I might want is that bronze ignet. Litter fitness. Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, indeed. Those are actually... I want those. Shit. I said I wasn't gonna cheat anymore, but those are actually things I could use. Game? Game. Game. Give money. Why do you not give money? Fuck's sakes. There we go. Sometimes it just does not want to work right. Oh, that's 4 of those? Jeez. Didn't realize there was 4 of them. Yeah, because those seem like they're actually permanent things. So that's why I wanted to buy those. There's the thing, we're gonna go talk to Verse over here first. Hi, Verse.
At your service, Fatebinder. What do you need?
Verse.
What did you have in mind?
Any particular reason why you chose the shop?
Well, if you're baiting me for a compliment, you're talking to the wrong girl. I don't have a gang anymore, and I wouldn't throw in my lot with any of the killers floating around the Scarlet Chorus ranks. The fact of the matter is you're doing important work, even if you stumble and flail along the way.
Fail.
If that puts me at odds with my Scarlet Chorus ties, so be it. I'm not such a camp follower that I don't look after my interests first. And I find you interesting. You've satisfied your curiosity, so let me satisfy mine. Why are you keeping a little scrap of a thing like me around?
No. Yeah, I wouldn't care of that. Wait, I need fair with her, don't I? I consider us friends, don't you?
Oh, boy. We're getting into that territory, are we? Look, I know that folks tend to buddy up when they're in a camp together, but I'm not really friend material. Hate to let you down, but that's the long and short of it. I can promise you I'll stay loyal to your cause for as long as you'll have me.
but I can't promise that we'll share anything more in— Go ahead, Fatebinder. And I seem to be missing it.
I will meet you at the spire.
So yeah, basically, so first, no, I probably should increase the resolution that I have. It's been a while since I leveled first stuff. Oh, she's not in Joel anymore. Here's the thing, I actually really want this hat back. Cause yes, well, this nobleman's hat is good. Well, it's like it's good, but I just don't have anyone who can really use it. Like, I could probably use it, it's just I would lose armor. I would gain recovery though. Fine, you can keep your silly bird. Whatever.
At your service, Fatebinder. What do you need?
Let's see, how was my rep, by the way? Good. Good. I was hoping to get enough fear for that. So she both likes me and get fears me. By the way, yeah, I need to kick her out of the party. Who do I want? Good old Barrick. Barrick. Cause yeah, sounds not bad, but yeah. Spire lives for such a long and uninterrupted view. From strength and limitations, more to my liking, though it is nice to feel a breeze running through these plates of solid rust.
My Lord Binder, what can I do for you?
See you up there, we're leaving.
If you would have me travel at your side, then I am not opposed to seeing more of this degenerate realm.
Yeah, cause versus...
Goodbye to you too.
I think this is probably going to be our main party. Just cause Lantry's helps me a lot with my spells. And Eb's not bad. I like Eb. Like I like Siren too. The problem though is yeah, it's just some of it's a bit weird in hindsight. Cause yeah, there's her dark past, which is fucking dark as shit. But then there's also the fact that she's plays that coy teenagers flirting thing. Which, a reminder, she is a fucking teenager. Stop doing that, Obsidian. That's no. And Obsidian's just trying to make me look bad. Anyway, while we're back, yo. Hi, Ravnos. Oh. Oh, that's awkward. Fidget girl crap. Yeah, she wants something from me. You made me anything lately? Studio, come over here and I'll show you. He made me camping supplies. I'm gonna toss you off the spire, ain't I? Rev knows. Oh yeah, he creates camping supplies periodically. Cause that's totally what I need, camping supplies. Anyway, what you has? Can't remember if I sold him that or not. Probably did. Anyway. Oh yeah, he has the superior fate binder stuff, which is all leather armor. Which doesn't help me in the slightest. Well, yeah, it's pretty much, well, I guess some of it is cloth, but still. But that shield, yo. That shield. That tower shield, though. Tower shield is probably, yeah. I wouldn't mind a big ass tower shield, but you know what? But I do have the money now, so. I was gonna say you do have better that. You get you the boots. Oh, you get your better gloves. You lose the nimble thing though. Oh, right. I forgot about these. Well, we have phasing, sure. Directed force, sure. Material force, sure. And I has those. But I was gonna say this there is all too expensive. Yet you're gonna cheat anyway, aren't you? You know me too well, don't you? You know what, I probably could use one of those boots. Okay, anyway. So, Lantry. Here's a shield. Here's boots. And then scrolls. No, that I'm supposed to learn that. Yes, the things we bought. Okay, firstly that goes down. Secondly, take note of what we have. This is quickness, finesse. So the Lets of Quickness improves the natural combat and spellcast speed. 1.2.5. How does that work? I would assume I use it and it just increases that? I didn't say it has a... Oh, maybe it does have an effect. Well, that makes me sad. I thought it was just, you know... I thought it was just constant effect. Until, I think it's about... It could be, yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe it is until next rest. That's unfortunate. Well, in that case... Anyway, Swordbreaker. Your person I would go to train with, which I don't have access to any lore people, so Blantree for some reason can't train. But I was like, why can't you guys train? Oh, I guess you haven't leveled up recently, have you? Two-handed, 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 two-handed. Two-handed. Goes all the way up to 75 trained, yeah? First, Corpse Eye. Corpse Eye, what you got for me? Opening the big bad boss, come to take a look at my wares. How'd you talk? Sure, boss, you talk. I'll pretend to listen. How'd you enter the score course? But is anyone in? Not through piss poor luck. No hunch when the score course comes calling your doors and you don't open it? Worse than this. What do you think about him? Probably bang man, which I am now thanks to the course. I put my wings on a rat. Ain't sure two ways about him. Would do the same. I'm not afraid of him. No fear went real bright, too. You have to let the voices hear you say that. They'll be a real show. Anyway, let's see what you... No, corpse are not very name you come across every day. Usually, yeah. Eyes cloudy and scarred, Bob unfocused on the sockets, and he grins at you, referring to several cracked or missing teeth. Thing, you tell me. Anyway, let's see what he has. So, Crimson Great Spill. Not bad. Not bad. Scarlet Fairy Scythe. Ooh. You could have a scythe. But your hammer's better. Could have a bow. Twisted Iron Sword. Crimson Spear Armor. Okay, well that's... The problem though is it's bronze. It's also lighter though. A lot lighter. But the problem though is it's bronze. Because if it wasn't for that, yeah, not sure. Difference is in armor though, isn't it? Well, and then there's Star Leopard gloves, which are bloodthirsty. Your rage don't kill, eh? Yeah, Scarlet Fairly. But that's bloodthirsty. Just try to sort the armors. So here we go. These gauntlets, though, not very as good as my Binding of Shadows for armor, because they're made out of that iron thing coming into play again. How about these gloves? About the same. Lantry I could give you those, I suppose. What else you have? And a bunch of... Only Kills and Shadow can equip this. We don't have Kills and Shadow. Ah, fuck it. Bye, Ripper. Miss you. keeping that, because who knows, I might need that. That whole Baldur's Gate thing will prep things. You might not, you'd have to know if you're going into an area with things that could potentially poison you, though. But still. Boom, there's our purple go. Ooh. But anyway, none of that really helped me that much. Kendrick, what do you have? Can you make me weapons? Kindred smelter, not quite a master, but you know, get though. Never worked this high up before. Can you make me shit? Let me show you what I have already. I'm gonna murder someone. I'm gonna murder someone. Where's my frickin' spire? Kendrick, a smith who regularly produces weapons. Regularly produces weapons. Oh, where's my rest button? Might as well. And we rested. Problem low is I rested, which means I lose. Do I lose the thing? I still have it in event. Odd. I don't know, maybe it is permanent. It's weird because it shouldn't have added to my stats and not just from the plus from it. I don't know. Maybe I should have used it on myself. We'll see. Anyway, this way all of us have the nice little benefit from the sleepy sleep. And this way I could go here and I could take this. Great, now he has two. You're supposed to make me weapons, Kendrick. I don't... Fuck it. We did the thing. Anyway, back to Leopard's Crossing again. Spend more days traveling. I should probably end the video. Alright, I should look at my spells, shouldn't I? Because I did get those new things. Well, let's look at spell crafting, everyone. So he has material force. Create spells that alter the target's weapon. So for example, we could have fire weapon. And here's where volcanic weapon comes in. Ashes that use fire and brimstone to cause a material force. Spells to damage foes in a line. So I have a Night Brand with that. So, see. Fire damage on hit for. We can also increase the duration. Increase that effect. Now here's the thing. Part of me actually wants to use this, just cause. Cause like, for example, I could use ice. No, what else of this? Spell to leave the target in stasis. In a path, you say? A path. Damage frozen line, eh? Could use that for frost damage. I have to look this up after that because there's too many weapon choices. Thinking maybe grave though. That anyway, let's see. Tyranny best. Let's see, material force spells. What? No, I can't do that. I mean... But yeah, if I do that, first damage on hit for 45, but fire too. Part of me always wants to do one of those. It's just, who would I give it to? Probably myself, honestly, since they're all, you know, stuff. I'm just trying to think though. Since we do have... Okay, so we do have this now. The Sigil of Directed Force. Travel forward in a path affecting multiple targets. Just tempting, you know? I mean, I like my cones, but I could have, you know, Directed Force. Path of Frost. Ah, shit, I don't know. Don't know. I do want a weapon spell though. Like, here's the thing. I do have Buffy Touch. Buffy Touch I should be using more than I do, but I don't really use it. Everyone else has Buffy Touch, which is good for them. Lantry has way too much magic again. More than me. Makes me sad. But yeah. The Buffy Touch is pretty great. But, oh, I could polish arms. Armor penetrating. Q. So I could do that. I could go area for Fett. My speed. Fire. That's just fire damage. So you know what? Why not? Vampiric weapon. What I wanted it to do is also do that to make it better, but yeah. Or assign Slurpy Hill. Shame about that. The problem though is that's also one of those things where basically I'm going to have to change my skill port again. Because hey, spells. We don't have enough spell slots, do we? And maybe I'll just have to remember to use that occasionally. In combat. Or before combat, who knows. Yeah, we're getting to the point where match is becoming complicated because I don't have enough spell slots to really accomplish anything great. And it's just going to be trade-offs, and waiting for getting higher lore. Speaking of that... I mean... After that just fails to leave the target in the stasis. That seems stupid, don't it? I mean... Stasis shield. Does that put them in a stasis? I need to experiment with this. Lantry.
At once.
That's stupid. So yeah, that's a thing. Lantry, why is that a thing? Why? No, get rid of that. So basically, I can add this thing that makes it so you basically disable your own party members. That'll be great, you know. Update Buffy Cone, haste, update haste, life, update healboat. Not enough of that though. Ah well. You. See, that would have be helpful, but not enough to be able to cast that, so yeah. And we'll just change cooldowns. So now having that right there would be good for that, but yeah. Oh, that's stupid though. Just by the way, cool. No, not the cooldowns. The fact you could just stasis your own people. So anyway, I think next time we are going. Well, that's the old wall timbers. That's the stone. Then we're gonna go talk to the important people next time. We spent way too long on this video just dicking around. Say we got Siren, we read over all of our shit. Then we went back to the spires, botched it, sword spells. All that takes time. But yeah. Like, here's the thing. Until we get that, or which is going to be two more levels, or we get that, which is going to be one. It's gonna be basically 3 though, so 2 heal. 2 heal. 3 there. Still, that's a lot of points. But anyway, as for now, hope you all enjoyed, thank you all, and have a nice day.